For nucleophilic substitution reaction, we need these reagents and apparatus. We have 2.5 grams of sodium acetate, 2 milliliters of 1-bromobutane. Then we'll need 100 milliliters of boiling flask, a thermometer with adapter. The this yellow thing is called thermometer adapter, magnetic stir bar, Claisen adapter. It is a U-shaped adapter, a condenser, and to this condenser are attached two rubber tubes. This is heating mantle. It is also called thermowell. So we need this assembly for SN2 substitution reaction. We also need 15 milliliters of dimethylformamide. It is also called DMF. DMF acts as a solvent. Let's take a look at the reaction setup. This reaction will take place in two parts. The first part is called refluxing the reaction. We will heat all the reagents in the heating mantle. Now this white part is stir plate. Heating mantle is mounted on the stir plate, and in it there is a boiling flask. In the boiling flask you will see all the reactants are mixed together along with the solvent DMF. Magnetic stir bar is stirring the reaction. Continuous stirring of reaction is very important. Thermometer bulb is immersed into the reaction solution. It's because we will measure reaction temperature. We have to measure reaction temperature. Reaction is heated until temperature reaches 95 degrees centigrade. Once temperature reaches 95 degrees centigrade, reaction is continued for 45 minutes and temperature is maintained between 95 to 105 degrees centigrade. This is Claisen adapter. As you can see it mounted on boiling flask. The straight arm of the Claisen adapter on this straight arm is mounted thermometer adapter which holds thermometer. On the bent adapter is mounted condenser. Water flows through the condenser. Cool water flows through the condenser. Condenser has two tubes. The lower tube is connected to the green faucet. Lower tube is connected to the green faucet. And the top tube goes into the sink. Water enters through the lower tube, travels in the upward direction, and water flows out from the upper tube. So cool water is continuously circulated in the condenser tube. We will continue heating until temperature reaches 95, and once it reaches 95 we will heat it for 45 more minutes. Reaction temperature is almost 100 degrees now. We will continue to heat the reaction for 45 more minutes, and during those 45 minutes temperature will be maintained between 90 to 105 degrees centigrade. reaction is refluxing. You can see a lot of condensation on the boiling flask. Almost 25 minutes are over. At the end of the 45 minutes, it is assumed that reaction is over. Product is formed. Our product is butyl acetate. Butyl acetate is a liquid. So product butyl acetate is also present in the boiling flask along with solvent and unreacted reactants. So our first part of refluxing of reaction is over. Now we will do the second part. In the second part, we will separate our product butyl acetate from the solvent and the other unreacted reactants. For that, we will use simple distillation method. So we will have to change the assembly. We will have to add 40 milliliters of distilled water into the flask, and we will have to do the setup of fractional simple distillation. This is simple distillation setup. Simple distillation setup. 40 milliliters of DI water is already added to the flask. U-shaped Claisen adapter is replaced by a thermometer adapter with the side arm. Thermometer is held at position using a thermometer adapter. Position of the thermometer bulb is right below the junction of the side arm. It is because we want to measure the temperature when vapors start condensing. To the side arm is attached condenser. Cool water circulates through the condenser. This is water inlet and water outlet. A bent adapter and a receiver. Erlenmeyer flask is a receiver. We'll collect product in the receiver. Heating is continued. We will continue heating this reaction mixture until the temperature reaches up till 98 degrees centigrade. By that time, when temperature reaches 98 degrees centigrade, we would have all the product collected in our receiver flask. Reaction mixture is boiling. You can see condensation on the flask and near thermometer bulb. Temperature has crossed 85 degrees. It is approaching towards 90 degrees. And we have started collecting the distillate. This distillate is our product. We'll continue distillation until temperature reaches 98 degrees centigrade. At 98 degrees centigrade, we will stop the reaction. By that time, all the product will be collected. Temperature has reached 95 degrees centigrade. It is almost time to stop the reaction. Drops are coming out very slowly. It looks like we have collected all the product that we could. At this point, we will stop the reaction. Product butyl acetate is transferred into a test tube. You can clearly see two layers are formed. It is because butyl acetate distilled along with water. So one layer is water and the other layer is butyl acetate, our product. Since butyl acetate is less dense than water, it makes top layer, water makes bottom layer. Our next step is to remove the bottom layer, remove water from the product, and we will use Pasteur pipette to do that. Pasteur pipette gently removes bottom layer of water and water is discarded. Last part of our experiment is to add calcium chloride to a butyl acetate product. Calcium chloride will absorb traces of water. It will make our product water free. After that, we will filter calcium chloride and then we will weigh the product. That ends our experiment.